What is up, y'all? Welcome back, and unfortunately I'm here to report that one of the brethren have fallen yet again in what I can only assume has resulted in unprecedented levels of down bad. So I was on Twitter this morning and I saw some pretty startling news, to say the least. So I'm of course talking about Adam22's most recent tweet. I don't know if it's his most recent tweet, but fairly recent tweet, teasing an upcoming movie scene starring his wife Lena the Plug. This scene, though, at first glance, just based off of the teaser, you can tell it's how should I put this, maybe a little different than the last one, to say the least. I'll throw up the said teaser now and we can hop into this. So yes, Adam22, the cuckold crusader himself, took to Twitter yesterday to tease an upcoming scene starring his wife. He said, "It's time," 3 devil emojis, at Lena the Plug, at Plug Talk Show. And kind of like I mentioned in the intro, just at first glance, you can tell that this scene is a little bit different from the previous one. So I can see here that there are now 5 men for a grand total of 5 servings of meat in one sitting. So that is pretty wild, man. like what do you want me to say? Like what do I even say about this? So I know it's been said by countless other people, the old horse has been beat to death here, but I have to just reiterate what everyone's thinking. My dude is a massive cuck, probably the single greatest cuck or simp the world has ever seen. And I just kind of want to go into my thoughts here. So first and foremost, I really think the old give an inch, they take a mile philosophy comes into play here. It started as threesomes, right? Where if you understand the lore of the situation thus far, essentially he was involved in threesomes with I think 2 girls, right? And then it eventually kind of branched off to where she did girl on girl movies. But now in recent weeks, it's gone to other men. Jason Love was that guy, and then now this. So that's pretty wild. I mean, bro ain't even part of the action no more. Now he gotta stand there like this, recording his wife quite literally get piped by every other dude on the face of the planet except for him. How awful. Bro is quite literally being publicly humiliated because he didn't require respect just one time. That's all it takes, I guess, fellas. Never let mutual respect fall to the wayside, even one time, especially in a marriage. Come on, bro, this is just embarrassing at this point. Look at this quote from her from a recent interview that quite literally aged 2%. She said, "I've had 200 threesomes with him and women. Is that a simp? Someone who's been given all of this sexual experience, and I get one guy and it's like a big deal." Yes, just one guy. Well, now it's 5. See what happens when you don't require respect? Some of the things she's not only done and, getting ready to do are bad enough, but the way she's explained it, talking about, how Jason Love stretched her shit out so much and how it was the best sex she'd ever had, and even openly talked about how it was finally returning back to normal. My God, man. Imagine your girl is talking like that. You gotta walk a mile in his shoes for a second here. How I don't even know what to say, but shout out Difo here. Stay safe out there, fellas, for real. Adam has to be in shambles right now. He can try and act tough, but Lil Bro's hurting right now. He got Goodbye and Good Riddance on repeat with Marvin's Room next up queued. How you gonna say that you were jealous at one point and am no longer jealous? If you felt that way at one point, surely those feelings are still alive. Surely you still feel that way. You ain't fooling anyone, man. How sad. Another thing I wanted to kind of comment on here, because I saw it on Twitter and I thought it was fucking hilarious. Take a look at this, the screenshot that he shared. I'll zoom in a little bit closer so it can really drive home the point I'm trying to make. But, Kyle Massey, the guy from That's So Raven and the hit anime Cory in the House, looks like he's quite literally been, quote, training his whole life for this. Bro is locked the fuck in. Shit, I'd probably be the same way if I were in that position, if I'm keeping it a buck. Like, bro, low-key kind of inspiring out here, you know, he giving that locker room type motivation. You know, bro said, next man up. And honestly, if Adam is gonna let this happen, you know, straight up, he deserves zero respect, and he deserves to have a train ran on his girl. Like, that's fucking nuts. Again, just look at his face. But going back to Adam here, I don't know why bro ever agreed to get married in the first place if he had plans of just disregarding the whole purpose of marriage here. I mean, might as well have just stayed boyfriend and girlfriend, honestly, because essentially all you've really done is you've now just made it harder with more senseless paperwork involved. You've insulted the sanctity of marriage, which I guess has pissed off a lot of people. You know, me personally, it's like, if you want to be a cuck, if you want people to run a train on your girl and just be publicly embarrassed, I mean, how am I going to stop you? You know, that's your prerogative. You do what you please. I'm definitely going to make fun of you for it, but, you know, I can't stop you, right? But, you know, most importantly, he's made himself look like a massive cuck for millions of people to make fun of. Like, you know, it's bad enough that these guys about to run a locomotive on his girl. I mean, that's tragic in and of itself. But the constant bullying that he probably receives from all of this can't be good for his mental health. I just simply couldn't handle this personally. You know, I'll keep it a buck. I'm not suited for that type of humiliation. In fact, I have too much self-respect to ever allow this to happen in the first place. And it just kind of begs the question, you know, what is this trend of high-end celebrities compromising their self-respect for bitches that walk all over them? I mean, these guys are people that could have anyone they want. You know, they're well established, they have good careers, they have shit tons of money, and they just choose to simp for some bitch that honestly could give two shits about them. You know, we've seen this a lot in recent months and years. You know, guys like Sneeko, the whole Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation, and now Adam 22. You know, this is sad and quite literally gives the rest of us guys out here a bad rap. Like, bro, we're just trying to find the love of our lives out here, you know, trying to find a good girl to take home to mom, and it's guys like these that are just making our lives infinitely harder. But I did summer sales. A lot of people know that about me, and one of the owners of my company, he said it very, very simply, but very, very powerful truth. He said, if you don't require respect, you don't deserve respect. And this type of mentality, you know, this cuckold mentality, is really just gonna get you walked all over in life. You know, not just in the bedroom, you know, not just with the bitches, but just in every other aspect of life. People are just gonna walk all over you. Like, yeah, I'm sure you may be making some temporary money, right? Some pretty good money at that, but at what cost, man? The woman you supposedly love in the marriage it's based off of is all gone to shit because of it. And again, man, this is just sad. I really don't think that any sum of money would make me endure such, you know, heartbreak, honestly. Like, this situation is just very, very tragic. Bro needs to wake up. And I think we as a male species need to stop letting this toxic femininity rule us. But yeah, just kind of recapping here, you know, Adam 22 is now letting his wife, Lena the Plug, participate in a scene with 5 guys, no burgers and fries. And he's just lost all self-respect, all mutual respect in the marriage. It doesn't seem like it's something he really prioritizes, which is really, really just sad. And I think all the bullying he gets as a result of it are warranted, honestly. Because again, you know, if you don't require respect, you don't deserve it. And I honestly just, you know, kind of closing out here, I think some of the best advice I've ever learned in my life is to never compromise your happiness for the sake of someone else's selfishness. And I think Adam 22 here should really heed that advice, honestly. But guys, that's basically it for the video. I appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this. Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what y'all have to say about this. And until next time, guys, this is Runter, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.